The game Planet Crafter recently went full release with the 1.0 update, and among quite a few things we got with the update, including multiplayer, we got 3 new biomes. We got the Cascades, the Grasslands, and the Rainbow Caves. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to find each of these biomes. And should I reference a location as a landmark that you are unfamiliar with, be sure to check my other guide videos in the playlist. And if perhaps I don't cover the location you need, or you have another question that's not answered by one of the videos in the guides playlist, then hey, leave it in a comment below. I'll see what I can do. So first up, we have the Cascades biome, which is in the southern, kind of southwest area of the map. It is right over here, just past the crater, and basically shares a wall with the crater. From the starting valley location, you can see I have the first wreck you find, as well as there's my life pod that crashed. I'm going to head towards the crack in the canyon walls over here. Coming through here, you find the waterfalls biome. Now, if you were coming through here early enough, you might not have the water actually falling yet, but you'll see the big plateau there. And what we're going to do is head along this side and just kind of follow towards that area. Up that way is access to the crater if you are interested in going there. But for the Cascades, you want to go this way. So once you get to this point, you will see, if there's liquid water in your game, the waterfalls. And as you progress, you'll get a lot of nice greenery and some red pink over here. This area is adjacent to the beach biome and, of course, the large body of water with no end in sight. Overall, this is a very attractive looking biome once you have all the water and the greenery going. But in terms of utility, it's kind of lacking in terms of resources. This is a good starting area because it has all the basic resources. However, you're not really close to anything other than a little cobalt spot here. And as you zoom out, you see there's some sulfur here. But for the most part, you're going to be traveling back into the starting area anyway to get to most of the really important stuff, such as iridium, which you will need fairly early in the game. So if at some point you decide you want to come build a base here, treat it as more of a cosmetic base, and preferably you might want to wait until you have the teleporters unlocked so you can easily get back to your other bases where you actually have your production going, or you might be relying a lot on drones coming all the way here to provide you with supplies. And just because I know somebody will ask, it is possible to get all the way up towards the top. However, there's an invisible wall blocking you from getting past a certain point. So next up, we have the Grasslands, which is this area right here. You see it's north of the desert and the labyrinth, and adjacent to the ravine and the highlands area over here. So again, from the starting valley, there's the ship. There's my life pod at the beginning. I'm just going to head towards the labyrinth. And you can kind of already see past the field of butterflies, the bit of greenery there in the back. That's the Grasslands. So the Grasslands are actually fairly wide and, again, feature some waterfalls once you get enough on your terraformation index. So the Grasslands do have the same basic starting resources as the Cascades. However, there is a difference. One, there is a lot more open space to build. So you're not going to have such small areas. You can actually find some fairly large areas to build your base if you're looking for a large area to kind of stretch your legs. The Grasslands also have the advantage of being close to a lot of the good resources. Not only are you close to the large iridium cave that most people use at the beginning of the game, you have a second one. You have an osmium cave. You have the uranium cave and the super alloy cave. So you've got access to all the different critical elements right there. And a little bit further, you've got sulfur too, if you need to get that. Beyond the nice visuals, going to this spot right here, this one, if you go to the side, you'll find an easy to locate entrance into a cave system that is loaded with all the nice starting materials, including a lot of ice, which conveniently sticks around till much later in the terraformation index. Now, these caves travel all through this area, So there's multiple entrances where you can find your way in. If maybe you want to just build a little exploration base, or you want to build some kind of secret room in one of them, feel free to go ahead. But I think, again, the biggest advantage of this is the large, wide open space that you have for building as large of a base as you want. And that brings us to the last and probably most important biome with the full release update, which is the Rainbow Caves. These caves are important because with the procedural Rex update, we got some new variations of quartz. Now, initially, you had to go through the portal generator to these different procedurally generated areas to find these different types of quartz. But now with the Rainbow Caves, we have access to a few pieces just through them. So in this corner of the Grasslands, where you see the two river sections kind of merge right here, you're going to jump down below this rock formation. You see this nice long kind of like a pillar that fell over and got caught. That hanging right there. You're going to drop down into this area. You see we have columns kind of holding it up. Think of this as like the arrow. You want to go in to this little entrance directly underneath it, and this brings you into another pulsar quartz cave. Yes, pink pulsar quartz, which is not shown on the map. And if you turn left, we go into this area. Now we've got nice blue crystals. Look at the rainbow coloring all over, and we have blazar quartz. Continuing up through another passageway, we find this one. Look at this, solar quartz. Lovely. Rainbow everywhere. This is just a really big labyrinth area to explore. Lots of different types of quartz through this area. Just go all over the place looking. And yeah, some of these passageways are going to be a bit smaller. You'll also find this one with the quasar quartz. Nice, luscious lemon lime green. Now, there are multiple entrances to these caves, so you'll find your way in and out in a few different spots. But to me, I think that the location I've shown you is the easiest one to find your way into. So if you're watching this video, I take it that you are specifically looking for some information, and that means you're okay with a spoiler or two. Well, I have a spoiler for the Rainbow Caves, and if you are fine with just knowing where the location is, you don't want to hear this next spoiler, go ahead, click that like button, head off to one of the other videos in the playlist. So if you're still watching at this point, that means you're okay with this spoiler. So what you're gonna do is when you find this big open area and you see there's a bit of light coming in, kind of a spotlight, you may not have the plant there yet, but if you do, it's gonna make it easier. Basically, this area is a big open space and you're gonna see all this rainbow texturing coming in. Or if you go up this ramp right here, this little spot, it takes you up and out. Well, we don't want to go that way. We want to go back down. And what we want to do is follow the wall along the side here. And you're just going to walk on over this way, passing through this very, very rainbowish area. Is that a word? Rainbowish? It is now. And you'll see ahead the solar quartz cave, but you don't want to go there yet. What you want to do is turn back to see this big chunk of quartz and this one lonely piece of blazar quartz. And now jump up and go back up here behind this, and there you go, golden crate with some nice stuff. Like here, I've got a nice bioluminescence genetic trait. So there you have it, the 3 new biomes added with the 1.0 full release for the game. If this video helped you find one or more of the biomes that you were looking for, or hey, you like the little secret I showed you there, then help me out. Hit that like button because it helps the channel out, helps the video out. And of course, leave a comment below telling me exactly which biome it was you were having trouble finding and this video helped you with, or just say, hey, you're thankful I showed that secret at the end. Now, feel free to go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and then go check out some of the other guide videos in the playlist.